Hi guys, today I'm making this video about how to make any rechargeable battery operated device last forever, whether it be your rechargeable power tools or heavier stuff than that. And just normal battery operated stuff, like even your little video games from Radio Shack when we were kids, where they're like $15. They had Donkey Kong and Mortal Kombat, and the batteries, they would always corrode all around the wires, and then you'd have to throw them away. So yeah, the situation I'm in here, and I think that a lot of you guys are gonna be in this situation too, and it could be very expensive for you. Okay, so what I ended up thinking about here was every 15 years I have to change out my water heater on my home, and I've always had my brother to help me change it out, but he's got two jobs, a family, and I just can't find a helper to help me change that out. So I went on eBay and I purchased a $1,000 electric stair climbing hand truck. And the thing about it is, it doesn't have a power cord hook up to it to just hook an extension cord up and drive it, because a person's only going to use it every 15 years probably. It says on it that it's got a battery that has a service life of 5 years, and you cannot buy replacement batteries for them. You can't buy any replacement parts. I looked at reviews. One guy broke the tracks on one of the rubber tracks, and you can't buy those either. I found one website of a company that does supply those. They sold new batteries and for their model, and a new set of tracks. Those two tracks for it were just about $1,800. So you have to throw that unit away, because you can buy that brand new electric handcart for $1,000. And I'll show you guys a picture of what this handcart looks like, so you guys know what we're dealing with here. Right here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like a little track dozer. You just put those tracks up against it. You're leaning up against your staircase, and it just drives itself right up there with your water heater on it, or your deep freeze, or your upright refrigerator upstairs or into your basement of your home, all by yourself. So I was thinking about it. Why don't they have one that you can plug in with an extension cord to the wall? So I started looking for transformers, which this is what a transformer is. You should save these whenever you have like old, like for your iPod or anything, you plug it into the wall. Even for your computer, your laptop computer here, that's a transformer. They convert AC voltage current, 110 volt here, to direct current, whether it be 3.2 volts for a little electric hair clipper when I give myself haircuts, like this wall one here, or up to 12 volt or 124 volt. Like this one here, it'll say input and output on it. This is input 120 VAC, and it says 1.5 watts. So VAC, that stands for variable alternating current. Alternate AC is for your home, 110 volt, and it can also be 220 volt too. It'll go between those. And then for the output, it says 3.2 VDC, which is variable, or well, not volts direct current is what it is. So it's like your car battery or your cell phone, which has a battery. It is direct current, and you're charging that. So with this giant battery on this stair climber that I have here for taking water heaters up and down the steps, it says it has a service life of 5 years. So by 15 years down the road here, that battery is going to be long dead, and I have to throw away my $1,000 piece of equipment like that? I don't think so. So what I did is I ordered a transformer for it, and I searched all over eBay, and the specs on this hand truck that I bought here. It says that it's a 24 volt, 13 amp, and then the motor is 150 watt lithium ion battery is what powers this. So when I search around, and this handcart here, it can load up to 440 pounds of weight on it. So pretty big stuff on it. Oh, and then plus you're supposed to charge it every 3 days so that the battery doesn't go dormant. So you're guaranteed of it not lasting very long. And so yeah, I went underneath of eBay and I tried looking for a transformer that would say input 110 volt to out, and then have output on it 24 volt, 13 amp with 150 watt. And by the way, you guys better make sure that it has enough amps going out of it, because half that stuff out there that I saw, there was lots of 24 volt to 12 volt stuff there, and they would say like 50 V on it, or 50 AAV, volt amps, whatever. And I went in, I typed in what that means. I was like, oh, maybe that handles 50 amps. It says that it handles 2.5 amps. So you will burn up this transformer in your wires just like that. So eBay didn't. I couldn't find one on eBay, but I did find one on Amazon, and they're really simple to install, you guys. Yep, a picture of it. Here she is, you guys. It looks just a lot like your power inverter, like you go and buy at Walmart in the automotive section, where you can plug in your whatever, your coffee maker or your printer into it, and then just plug it into your cigarette lighter or right up to your battery or whatever. But this does not have female terminals on it. It's got your 110 volt electric plug on it. Plug that into your outlet, and then it's got 2 wires coming out of it. This one here, it's just that you could power like 2 different appliances. So one of those cables there, you would just, on that other end, you would just up there, you know, you would just tape it off with electrical tape so it doesn't start a fire or nothing. But your other one's got 2 wires sticking out of it. One's for positive and one is for negative. And what you will do is you will disconnect your 2 battery cables from your battery unit on your hand truck or whatever device you have, and you will go ahead and solder them to these 2, or else you can use a clamp that you can ratchet down or whatever to just squeeze the wires really tight against each other, and then wrap lots of electrical tape around them. And with this hand truck here, and then also for like your extension cords, especially like this hand truck here, with that much amps being carried through it, it says that it uses 13 amps. That's a lot of amps. So for something like that, you need 12 gauge extension cords, which are rated up. They can carry up to 15 amps of electricity. And amps are what will kill you. That's what gets wires hot. And then if you can get the 10 gauge extension cords, and those are rated up for up to 20 amps is what they'll carry. But the 15 amp will be fine here. So yeah, in 5 years when that battery goes dead, I'm gonna already have this transformer in the box with my hand cart, so I don't have to wait 2 weeks or whatever for it to come in. It's gonna be there. So technically I'm making my machines into like a Prius Prime, where you can run off of one source or the other source. You can either choose not to use your gas engine and just phase it out, or you can just go ahead and plug it into your house and charge it up, or just run it off there. So but yeah, it's like I said, that's what I'm doing. And after I get the water heater down in the basement, I'm gonna unplug it from the wall. Just I'm kind of paranoid like that. You don't want to burn anything up. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I wouldn't risk it, you know. But this hand truck unit should last me the rest of my life, instead of me throwing it away after 5 years in this obsolete stuff there. And but yeah, like I said, whether it be a little video game or your cell phone or whatever here, if the battery ever goes bad in your cell phone, this little charging cord, or some of these, they slow charge really slow, so you might actually have to go on eBay or Amazon and buy one that actually is a true transformer or whatever. And I know it looks complicated on the end of this plug here, but if you snip this wire off here, there will only be 2 wires in here, just a red one and a black one, power and ground. And you should be able to go and solder it up to your hookups on here, and you could leave your cell phone plugged in all the time and it would be like a home phone. You couldn't take it anywhere. And like I said, those lots of people do it with lights. They have like little Christmas tree lights or whatever that you have to have a battery in them. Lots of guys, they don't want to pay for batteries anymore, so they go ahead and pull out the batteries, and all it is a positive and negative in there. and you go ahead and your power cord for it, just go ahead and cut it open and the 2 wires and solder it together, and you will never have to pay for batteries ever again. So, all right, hope this helps all of you guys, and take care.